Okay guys, today I'm replying the question from Mariah Shidell. She asked, how can I prevent falling behind when I'm out of BJJ because of an injury? Guys, that's a great question, because this is something that used to drive me a little crazy too. Like I was training really hard, I was preparing for some tournament or something like this, then I got hurt and I had to stay like 1 month without training Jiu-Jitsu or 2 months without training Jiu-Jitsu. So I was always very worried about like, when I come back it's gonna be the same thing, or my Jiu-Jitsu is gonna get worse because I'm 2 months without training. What should I do to keep myself like at least like my body moving to make sure I come back in the same level and this and that, and my technique's gonna get worse? So that's a great question. It's like I always suggest everybody to, when you don't have an injury, try to train as much as you can. I understand that some people train more, some people train less, because maybe you have a job, you have family, but always try to train, because many times we're gonna be forced to not train. We're gonna have some injury and there is nothing we can do. We cannot train Jiu-Jitsu. So in this case, for example, let's imagine for example she had to stay like 2 months out of Jiu-Jitsu because she hurt her knee or something like that. One thing I would try to do is to work out the rest of my body. So for example, if I got hurt my knee and I cannot train Jiu-Jitsu because my knee is injured, I would try to go to the gym and work my upper body. That's one thing. Second thing that I used to do a lot is like, you can go to the school and not train. You can just watch the class. You are learning. If you go to the school and you see the technique that the teacher is teaching, you are still learning Jiu-Jitsu. If you watch people doing Jiu-Jitsu training, rolling, you are learning Jiu-Jitsu. So I would always suggest like try to keep engaged with Jiu-Jitsu as much as you can. Third thing, nowadays we can watch Jiu-Jitsu from our house, right? We can watch Jiu-Jitsu on YouTube, we can watch Jiu-Jitsu on Flu Grappling, we can watch instructional videos from anybody. So I would try to keep engaged with Jiu-Jitsu at home as well, to make sure you don't forget Jiu-Jitsu. And fourth, I would not worry too much about it, because many times these little breaks that we are forced to do, it's good for our learning process. It's good. You're gonna stop Jiu-Jitsu for 1 or 2 months and you're gonna come back even more motivated, with more like fire to train, with more like fire to compete. So I would not worry too much, because it's not your fault, you know. And the fifth thing here, what I would say is, try to focus on recover your injury as soon as you can. So I mean, like if your knee is bad, for example, try to do as much physiotherapy as you can. Try to make your knee as strong as you can, and this and that. I think these are the 5 main things I would try to do when I have injury. And I have had so many injuries on my career that I think this I can give very good tips by own experience. I have hurt like my chest, my butt, surgery on my buff knees, my wrist, my entire body. I broke my foot once, I dislocated my elbow. So about this I have a very good experience, because I'm always training very hard. And in every sport you do, if you train a lot, if you train very hard, you are supposed to get hurt. Everything you do, if you run or if you play tennis or anything you do, if you do that a lot, if you do twice a day, every day, and you push yourself on your limits, you are supposed to get hurt. So you really have to know how to deal with this annoying stuff. I hope I have helped you, Maria, and thanks for the question. It's a great question. Os.